Hey weirdos, welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you doing today? As you can see, I've got my little here with me. She wanted some extensions and her timing was perfect because I was just sent these Pro Jelly tips from iGel Beauty along with all of the gel product I would need to apply them. So guess who's getting jelly tips? That's right, my child. So I'm going to show you, I have never done jelly tip extensions before, so this was kind of an experiment, but I'm going to show you how I applied them, what my prep is like, how I shape them up, how I get them on, and how I dip over them. You're going to see the whole thing. This is not going to be a super long video, I promise, but if you want to pop over to a different part of the video, I will leave timestamps down below per usual. Her nails are clean. We just did a soak off and I have cleansed them down with my Young Nail Swipe solution. So they're ready to get prepped up. The colors, just so you know, I'm going to be using Stonewashed and Baby Powder. That's going to be the base of the color we're going to do later. And then we're going to do a little rainbow ombre for pride. So the first thing I'm going to do is get her prepped. I'm using my Efile along with a diamond ball bit. This is my typical prep when I do my nails and my kids' nails. So I'm getting her prepped. I'm just exfoliating off that dead cuticle that lives, right at the base of her nail. That if you don't remove that, that can cause lifting. So it's a preventative measure to make sure the nails or the extensions or the product, whatever you're putting over the nail, stays on for as long as possible without lifting, because lifting can cause what? Greenies. That's right. And general nails popping off, which nobody wants unless you want your nails to pop off, in which case, muscle tough. So I'm going to get her finished with the exfoliating of the cuticle. And now I'm going to go in with a very, very gentle file. I'm using a 150 grit file, and I'm not going to apply any pressure. This is super gentle, super light touch, and I'm just going to remove the shine off of her nail. Again, this is to prevent lifting, pop-offs. This is to hopefully guarantee maximum adhesion for the gel that we're going to put on later. So the products I'm going to be using will all be linked down in the description box, including the bits that I use for my e-file, all of my files. I will link all of the products from iGel Beauty. And by the way, thank you so much to iGel for sending this all over to me. I couldn't ask for a better company to work with. They just send me all the things, and I am so incredibly grateful. I do have a code for iGel Beauty. However, I don't know if anyone's ever been able to use it because it's only available to use when there's not a sale. And I feel like there's always a sale. So I have a code. You can see what the code is. It's down in the box. But they usually have a much better sale than anything I could ever give you. So my code means nothing, I suppose. I'm going to de-dust her nails now using my scrubby brush and some Young Nail Swipe solution. If you're not familiar with Swipe, it is really just a dehydrator. It's a mixture of acetone and alcohol. So now I'm going to go in with this pH bonder. This is another dehydrator. Yes, I'm double dehydrating only because I wanted to make sure that she didn't have any premature lifting. I wanted these to stay on as long as possible, and they did. They stayed on for a while until she got sick of them, and I had to file, once it said shave, not rush shaving them off. I had to file them off mostly and then soak off the rest. Now that I've got that on, I'm going to go in with the primer. That's right, iGel has their own primer. Super convenient. It's like one-stop shopping over there, it really is. So I'm going to go in with the primer. This is, again, for maximum adhesion. You only really need to use primer if you're working with gel products or if you're using acrylic with monomer. You do not want to use primer if you're using dip powder with the resin system, with glue. I have found in my own experience, primer will harden my base brush, and it's a whole mess. So only if you're using gel or acrylic with monomer. Now we're going to get into the actual application. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply first a layer of base. This is gel base, a very, very thin layer. And this is what's going to, again, help stick those full coverage tips onto the nail. So I'm going to get this on all of her nails. I'm going to cure them for 30 seconds. And then I'm going to walk you through application of the jelly tips. So her nails have been cured. I don't know if you can see it or not, but the full coverage tips that I've got lined up, I did etch the inside of them with my diamond ball bit. That's going to provide a little extra grip so the tips themselves don't pop off. Now I'm going to put the Pro Base Gel into the little well of the tip, spread it out a little bit. Her nails they're on the longer side. She's got long nail beds like I do, so that how much you put in there will depend on how much nail you have, I suppose. You can do this over longer nails if you want to, if you just want a little bit of length. I would recommend, however, because nails when they grow, they can separate from an extension. So I'd recommend cutting your nails short. So now that I've gotten the base into that nail extension, I'm going to put it over, starting at the cuticle, and eventually and very slowly apply pressure that will squeeze most of that gel downwards. And this is going to help eliminate the possibility of an air pocket somewhere in the nail. Once I've got that into a position that I want it, I ask her, because I'm using both my hands, to just put the lamp over my nail and turn the little light on and give that a cure. Do you have to cure it for 30 seconds right now? No, you can do a flash cure for 15 seconds if you want to, and then cure the entire hand when you're done with all of them. But I'm going to finish all of the nails. You only need to watch one. I'm not going to make you watch it a million times. And here is what the entire set is going to look like. Gorgeous. So now I'm going to file and shape them up. I'm going to change the shape. She did not want square. She wanted more of an almond look. So I'm going to show you kind of how I go from a coffin type shape to an almond type shape. And what that really involves is just rounding out the corners and tapering in the very tip of the nail just a little teeny tiny bit. Once I do that, I'm going to give them a good rough up because I'm going to put dip powder on over top. And then we're going to get into the dip, and I'm so excited to show you the art. My daughter picked this out. I'm the proud mom, by the way, of an LGBTQ child, and when she told me she wanted pride nails, of course, I've been waiting for you to ask me for pride nails. So I was so excited when she bring me the design that she wanted. I think I did an okay job with it. If I can find the picture she sent me, I'll leave it somewhere while I'm doing the nail art. But I think I came pretty close, and it's so simple to do. I'm going to walk you all through it here in just a minute. On peel off base coat, and the reason I wanted to put on peel off base coat was if she wanted to take off the colors that I put on at some point, at least she wouldn't have to soak off her extensions. But true to her form, she got tired of extensions, and she is not like a nail girl at all. I rarely do her nails. My other daughter, I do her nails constantly, but this one is rare. But once in a blue moon, she wants like the whole shebang. So I put on the peel off base coat. I'm only doing one coat of it, one like generous coat of it. And like I said, it didn't matter because she wanted them all to get gone after about a week and a half anyway. So I did pop off like the design, and it popped off perfectly, and then I soaked them all off. So I'm going to let the peel off base coat dry for just a few minutes. Takes about 7-10 minutes tops. And now we're going to get into the art. This is my normal dip routine that I usually do. The extensions have a really beautiful curve to them. So with these particular extensions, I don't find it necessary ever to have to build up an apex. So I'm going to do my standard dip routine. which includes 2 full dips of color and 1 full dip of clear. However, on this one accent nail, she wanted a rainbow, a little bitty ombre rainbow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ombre in some white, and that'll be the base for the rainbow. And then on the rest of the nail, it'll be that very light gray Stonewashed color. These 2 colors are from iGel. The colors for the rainbow, I believe I used were Sparkle & Co., and I'll let you know about those when we get there. But I'm not going to show you the whole dip routine. I will leave my dip routines down in the box in case you want to check any of them out, as well as the 2 manis that are on my hands right now. They'll all be down in the box for you guys to reference. So I'm going to do 2 coats of this, and then we're going to get into the Scrub Ombre Rainbow. Wait till you guys see. It's so easy and so adorable. And we're going to do a teeny tiny little bit of stamping later. This is like an all-inclusive video for you guys today. Stamping is, again, super easy. I guess the meaning behind the mani, if you will, was pride, love. And love is love. And who cares who you love? As long as you love somebody, be it yourself or somebody else, I don't really care. Love who you love. So that's what we're going to be doing here in a sec. I'm doing my second layer of the white and the gray ombre. And then we're going to get into the These are the colors from Sparkle & Co. I wanted to use, and because they're going to be a scrub ombre, these 3 colors are going to actually be like 5 colors because they're going to blend. So I'm doing a full layer of the dip base, full layer, and then I'm going to dip her entire nail into clear dip powder. And that's going to be the base for the ombre. I'm going to dip it in there. My usual dip is like dip once, tap off, dip back in, just to make sure there's enough clear saturated in there. I'm going to give it a few minutes. I'm going to wait just a hair so that can absorb and the base can have a minute to set. Then I'm going to take the first color, which is going to be this pink, and I'm going to start scrubbing that. It's like a tap scrub, if you will. I dab it on at first to make sure the base is set, and then I go in and scrub if it is. So I'm going to do the pink first, get that as saturated as I can, because I'm only really doing this one time. I may do it a second time if I need the coverage. And then I'm going to go in with the second color. And the second color I'm going to use is the blue. So the blue and the pink in the middle are going to ombre to make a purple. And then you're going to have the pink, purple, and blue. And then the last color will be the yellow, which will ombre with the blue to make kind of like a green. So then it'll be a 5-color little rainbow, which is so stinking cute, and it's so easy. I realize it sounds kind of complicated, but the techniques themselves are really so simple. So I'm going to go in and do another coat. The colors were not quite as opaque as I would like them, so I am going to go in and do one more coat, one more little scrub. I'm going to let you guys watch, and I'll come back for some stamping. I finished the nails. I activated, filed, and buffed off camera. I'll leave you my filing routine per usual down in the box. And now we're gonna throw the cutest little stamps over top. I have 2 different plates. You can use any stamping plate that you have that has any kind of heart on it if you want to do this, and black stamping polish. So I'm going to do the first heart, and the first heart is a solid heart, and I'm going to do 2 of these, and then the outline of the heart is a little larger, so I'm going to do 1 of those. And I'm just going to stick this right over the nail. I don't have any sticky base coat, no primer, no nothing over her nail right now. As long as you move relatively quickly, I find the stamps will stay on the dip powder nail. If you need to take more time, or if you're doing like ombre stamping or reverse stamping, you're going to want to put a sticky base coat down just to make sure the stamp will stick to the nail. So I'm going to get these hearts on. We're going to top coat, and then we're going to be So I wound up finishing both her hands, made sure I cured that gel top coat for 60 seconds. You can use your dip top coat if you wanted to, but I did gel. I could not be happier with the way these nails came out. I'm so glad she loved them, and she really did. She adored these manis for the, 9 days she left them on for. I'm going to go ahead and put on some cuticle oil. I don't just use this on myself, I use this on everyone I do nails for, which is my girls. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found some of it helpful. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up so I know you liked it, and I will create more videos like this for you. If you are new here, hi. I encourage you to subscribe if you like this kind of content. If you're curious about my Facebook group, I will leave that link down in the box for you guys. Thank you so much for spending a little time with me and my little today. I hope you have an outstanding rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Love you, bye.